Welcome to Part C of our Advanced Oracle Card Spreads in the Intro to Oracle Cards series. For this video in this tarot Oracle card spread, I'm going to be working with the Oracle of the Dragon Fae by Lucy Cavendish. This is an excellent deck and one that's very close to my heart. So after you've grounded and prepared yourself and you have the talismans around you to help keep you grounded and help the messages come in very clear, again, I invite you to shuffle. Connect with the energies of the guides and angels that are working with you and with this deck. And for this purpose, we're going to do kind of a medicine wheel spread. This isn't based on any specific Oracle card spread that I've seen anywhere. It's just kind of one that I do based on the medicine wheel that I worked with a lot during my Reiki training. So for this spread, you're going to want to draw 5 cards. That was interesting. You're going to want to position them, one in the north, one in the east, one in the south, one in the west, and one in the center to represent spirit. So we're going to start in the east with this spread. So that means that we're not drawing the card at the top of the deck. And I know you can't see all of the cards, and I do apologize for that, at least this way. Maybe you can see some. Okay, the first card in the east is Furnia, Clarity. The illustrations in this deck are really beautiful. So the card in the position of the east is telling me, or whoever is doing this reading, because this isn't a reading for me for this spread, this is just a reading for you to gain some insight into getting comfortable with working with larger spreads. This card being in the east holds the element of, because I am a witch and pagan, it holds the element of air. So this card is talking a lot about what do I need to know, how can I direct my thoughts at this time, and my mental focus to improve where I'm going in life and to meet the goals that I wish to meet in life. So we have Furnia, who represents clarity. Her message is quite clearly to be listening, to be very grounded, and to spend time in nature in order to receive that mental clarity, that mental focus to make the dreams and the goals that I have a reality. So we can see very clearly that clarity is called for, but also grounding and spending time in nature, being aware of the nature beings and the messages that they have for me, which also means spending time outside is very important right now. And the position of the south, this card would be holding the element of fire and would be talking about what's going on for me right now creatively, action-wise. What steps can I take to improve my life, to be a more grounded and whole being? And I have Anya and the Guardian, born innocent. So right away I get the feeling that this card is talking about connecting with my spirit guides and the angels and fairies that I work with. Again, tying in with Furnia, these also being the beings that work in the actual physical area around and in my home, but also the spirit guides and the angels that have chosen to work with me throughout this life. Also remembering that I am a divine and innocent being, and that action that I take that's being directed by spirit for me to do is always going to be for the best of myself and my family. And that meditation is an action that it's very important for me to take at this time. In the west, which would hold the element of water and is all about the emotional realm. So what is it emotionally, spiritually, relationship-wise that I need to know and pay attention to right now? And for that, we drew Lady Luna's Magic, synchronized with lunar time and energy. And this card is beautiful and very special to me. And the message is very clear that This is talking about getting in time and in sync and honoring my feminine energies and the body that I'm in at this time, but also the energy of the moon, really working on following her cycles, honoring her cycles, and paying attention to the lessons, the feelings, the emotions that I experience at each point in each turning of the moon, each phase of the moon. Really honoring the feminine lineage that I come from and that we all carry within us, whether we're male or female. Honoring that and allowing them to speak to me clearly through the meditation that I know from the South is important for me to take part in right now. In the North, which will be holding the element of earth and talking about what's going to ground me right now. What are the spiritual tools that I have at my disposal that Spirit has given me that can be very helpful to me right now? I have Queen Mab, your ancient wisdom is awakening. This is a really beautiful card, and the message here I can feel very clearly is to, again, follow this action of meditating, follow the lunar cycles and taking the time out for my spirituality, because by doing that, then the tools that I've been gifted with, like tarot and oracle cards, the beauty of my spiritual path, when I'm partaking in that, there is an ancient wisdom that I'm connecting to, and that is helping me to awaken and be a full and complete being in this existence. So those are the spiritual tools at at hand at this time for me, and that are very important. The last card in the spread is in the center. It holds the element of spirit. So really this card is talking about not only spiritually, but just as a whole, condensing this whole spread down into this card. What is the meaning to take away from this reading? That it's beneficial for me to do at this time. What can I learn and gather from this reading? And how can I make sure that I really apply the information that Spirit has given me in this reading? And I drew Nemu, Seek the Counsel of Crystals, which is wonderful because I actually do have my clear quartz crystal here for this reading, and I felt very drawn to put it here for this spread. So obviously, quite clearly, the message is to work with crystals, but holding the element of spirit, the message for me is also that these crystals are going to help me to heal past issues through meditation, through clarity of thought, through following the lunar cycle and listening to the ancient wisdom that's opening up to me at this time. The crystals will be able to provide a real focal point for that, condensing down the healing for me so that I can move through these stages and follow the goals and the spiritual path of my dreams. I can make that a reality by working with crystal energy, by honoring crystal energy, and by taking the time out to be healed by the energy of the crystals. And you can see how easy a larger card spread can be, and how beneficial the information that you receive can be. So this was a medicine wheel spread of sorts. Also an elemental spread, you could call it. And again, not based on any specific spread that I've seen, but one that really works well for me personally. So feel free to experiment. Find larger spreads that work for you. Quite possibly a 12 card or a 24 card spread might not be the best idea as you're beginning on your journey. Again, just because the information that you're receiving can become muddled by the wealth of information that you're providing yourself with. However, very quickly, once you get comfortable with working with 3 card spreads, 5 card spreads, 7 card spreads, 9 card spreads, and so on, you can feel free to work with larger and larger spreads and be able to get clear answers. Hopefully you've also been able to see from the past 2 spreads and your daily draws that you can ask about general things, but also about specific areas and specific questions that you have in your life. And you can receive very clear answers if you're open to receiving them. So feel free to, if you're having an issue or a crisis or a stress in your life, to look to the cards to help you find the best way to handle it and the best answer for you. So I hope that before the next video comes along, you're able to spend some time working with a larger card spread, like a 5 or a 7 card spread. hopefully you're getting to know your deck better, meditating, journaling with the cards, and feeling more comfortable in intuiting messages from them. The more that you work with your cards, the more comfortable you're going to get, the clearer the messages can become, and the more healing the spreads can become for you, as opposed to just something fun to do. You know, your card readings can truly be areas of great healing for you in your life if you want them to be that, and if you allow them to be that. The angels and fairies and beings that work with us and that work with the cards, that's, in my opinion, their goal. And so when we're open to allowing healing to occur through the cards, it most certainly can. So I hope that this video has been helpful for you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.